friends! Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to Throwback Thursday, where I will be recreating Tom's Myspace page from 2009. It's gonna be a great time. Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Here it comes. Windows XP. All right, let's say hello to all the people in the chat. Hello, Trevez. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Mohammed from Malaysia. That's great. Thanks for tuning in. Danielle says, Dreamweaver, I'm having terrible flashbacks to college. Caleb says, damn that title, now that's legacy. Yeah, I mean, 10 years ago. 10 years have gone by since 2009. That's crazy. Hello, Wally Oxen. Hello, Andrew Lane. Hello, Alka. Hello, Danielle. Hello, JB. Hello, Trent. Hello, Elia. Dockery says, I was about to sleep, but after seeing that title, good to see you, CJ. Thanks for tuning in. Danielle says, I miss XP. So do I. Okay, I spent the entire day getting this virtual machine set up and like installing updates, and I really miss I used Windows XP for a very long time. It's interesting though, because Windows 7 actually came out in 2009, but I'm pretty sure I was still using Windows XP back in 2009. I don't know, but it's great. I think while we're waiting, someone is saying there's a corner of the camera showing in the middle of the screen. Oh, you know what? I think that's my blue screen. Let me adjust. How about now? How about now? I think it's gone. It's gone. Okay. But yeah, while we're waiting for people to join, let's play the good old pinball game. Is my sound on? Oh, the sound isn't happening. Just a second. Just a second. Internal speakers. Games, pinball. Oh, it's not working. It was working earlier. Oh well. I think I'll still play the game anyways, you just can't hear it. Yeah, there we go. It's in my favorites because I use it all the time. Pinball. All right. It's not as fun without the sound because I don't know exactly what's happening. I think, yeah, those are the flippers. Here we go. Spacebar to launch. Go! Yeah, I need to get the sound working. It was working earlier. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah! Doo-doo-doo-doo. Nice. Oh no! Oh no, it's gone! Oh, crash bonus. Okay, let's keep saying hello to all the people. Some more people have joined. Captain Redbeard, hello from Arizona. Yeah, I just started. Welcome to the stream. We all love Paqualan. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. It's evening for me. Hello, Vias. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Wally Oxen. Yeah, Danielle. OMG Pinball. I used to play this so much. I don't know, our resolution used to be a lot less, like the monitors that we had, so this would be like full screen. This is as big as it can get. It can't get any bigger than that. Hello, Ron. Welcome to the stream. Icy Killer YT says XP LOL. What Google Chrome version does it support? It actually supports version 49, I think. I have up this can I use chart because on this machine I have IE8 installed, Firefox 52, and Chrome 49 installed. And you can see all of the things that IE8 does not support. Yeah. Hello, Reed. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Robin. Oh yeah, Alka says just fill in the sounds yourself. I'll do that next. Oh yeah, Road Rash. It didn't come it was something you had to install separately or buy separately, but that was a fun game too. Hello, Rabbitworks. Welcome to the stream. Oh my goodness, Danielle says next fire up some Encarta and play Mind Maze. That brings back memories. Like this might have been before Windows XP, like Windows 2000. There's Microsoft Encarta, which is like an interactive encyclopedia. I spent so much time in that as a kid. Yeah. Rabbitworks says they just had a CGCA pair programming session. I'm not sure what CGCA is. But that's great. Hello, Rodrigo. Welcome to the stream. John Doe says, so it's gonna be IE6 compatible. I was gonna do IE6, but there's just so much that it doesn't support. I would probably have a really, really hard time getting things to render. I started doing some initial research. There are just so many like browser specific things you would have to do and like conditional comments you add in to get things working in IE6. So we should have an easier time trying to get things working in IE8. Hello, Exception. Alka says, I'm a little excited to see Dreamweaver again. Here we go. Let's launch it. So, yeah, Dreamweaver CS5. Here it is. Ta-da! And I have a basic index.html file ready to go. And my computer wants me to restart. I'm gonna do. That's gonna keep popping up throughout the stream. But this is our webpage. That's what we have so far, and we can preview it in Internet Explorer. There it is. Very nice. We can preview it in Firefox. There it is. Very cool. And the thing we are going to be recreating is Tom's MySpace page. So this is a snapshot of Tom's MySpace page on January 14th, 2009, provided by the wonderful Wayback Machine on the Web Archive, archive.org. And this is his profile. And I'm going to try to recreate this. So, yeah. We're gonna have the image and all this stuff. We'll have like the friends section. So this is how it renders in Firefox. We can see how it renders in Internet Explorer 8. So there's like an iframe thing going on up here that's not loading. Other things that don't load. Some images don't load. I'm curious, did they load over here? Oh no, they're broken over here too. But yeah, I'm going to attempt to recreate this page. It's gonna be fun. Oh, Danielle says, I remember when Dreamweaver was still from Macromedia. That's probably when I first used it. Yeah, Adobe Dreamweaver. And actually, I signed up for a free web hosting with FTP. And over on the right here, you can't really see it, but I have it set up to sync with my FTP server. So if I change the page, save it, and then sync it with my FTP server, I'm going to put newer files to the remote. Okay. And I actually have it hosted here. Yeah, so when this is all said and done, you can get to my website here, and I got it there via FTP, just like back in 2009. Okay. Carlos is asking the question, who is Tom? Tom is the creator of MySpace. And if you use MySpace back then, whenever you signed up, he would be your first and only friend, Tom, and then you could add other people and friend other people. Cool. All right, I think we're gonna get started because I don't want to be here for hours. And I think the first thing we'll do is we'll just look at the source of the web page. And one thing I already know that we're going to have to do is everything has to be tables. There's just so many things that aren't supported in terms of like alignment. So we're going to do a static width layout using tables. You can see that this is not responsive. So if I go like this, the scroll bar is there, and this view is always 800 pixels wide. So that's how we're going to design it. We're going to use tables. It'll be an 800 pixel wide table, and then it'll be centered on the page with some background. Let's do it. Let's get going. Okay, so I think first thing, we should try to bring in some styles. One thing that's going to really bug me is that I don't have my snippets. And so I don't know how a link works. Yeah, href, we'll say like styles.css. I think you have to do like type equals text CSS or something like that. I don't know. Let's look at the source of the web page. Yeah, link rel equals style sheet, type equals text / CSS. So we need that. There we go. Got our href, and then let's create a file. Is there like a file folder view? Maybe I just have to create a new file. New CSS file. Create. We're gonna save it as styles.css. It's super interesting that it inserts this charset UTF-8 CSS document in there. And one thing I want to do is I just want to make the background that nice gray color that they have on here. What's nice about having Firefox is we actually do have some decent developer tools. So I kind of just want to see what is the color of the background. It's like this grayish color. Body content, color, it's using these attributes to color links. Background color right here. That's the color we need, E5, E5. Okay, so in my styles, I'm going to target the body and say the background color is that. Okay. If we refresh the page, there we go. We have that nice gray background color. It works in Firefox. Let's try it in IE6. There we go. Cool. Step 1, background color. Awesome. Okay, now let's add a table. And we'll make it a fixed width table. So we need a table. And then inside of that table, you need the t-body. And then inside of that t-body, we need a table row. And I think if I just do like an attribute here, width equals 800. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put in here just like an H2 that says like top row. And let's see what we get. Okay, so it's there. But we want to center it. So I think if I select the table, let's give this a class of main table. I have a feeling we're gonna have tables inside tables inside tables. So main table. We could do a, hopefully we could do a background color. We'll just do it as blue for now. And let's see what happens. Nothing. I might have to use some table-specific attributes. Let's inspect it. So We have main table. It has a background color of blue, but you know what? I think we need to style the row itself with a background color. Oh, this did not appear in my table. What did I do wrong? Table, table, oh, I need a TD. I need a column. I forgot the column. And look how weird that is. If you forget the column, the thing, the element just appears outside of the table. Weird. Okay. Don't forget the column. And then now that this actually appears inside of the table, hopefully it will have some content. And then we can, it should have a background color. Let's see. Hey, nice. Okay, so we've got table, row, and then the H2 is inside the table. That's great. What about in IE8? Okay, we're good so far. There is some default margin here we can see on the body, so let's get rid of that. In our styles, we'll say margin 0 pixels, padding 0 pixels. And that should get rid of the padding on the edge. That does it there. Cool. Now let's try to center this table. If I give the table margin 0 auto, will that center it? That would be great. That centers it. It does not center it in IE8. We're gonna have to do some research. Okay, we'll figure that out. Yeah, and I think I should just stop testing it in Firefox, because Firefox, like, this is like version 52 of Firefox. It's going to support a lot of things, but I want to make sure that this thing works in IE8. Let's catch up on the chat. Yeah, Hexception is saying, OMG, I remember doing that FTP stuff. Yeah, I actually installed FileZilla. Where is it? Yeah, FileZilla FTP client. This thing, remember this thing? But then I remembered in my days of Dreamweaver that it actually has this built-in FTP syncing thing inside of it, so I just decided to use that. Oh, Greg is saying I should use SVN to be age appropriate. That's a Subversion, which is source code control. That'd be great. I'd have to set it up. Yeah, I should do that, definitely. Yeah, John Doe is saying, my first website was done in 2003 with Dreamweaver using only tables and inline CSS, the golden age. Yeah. That's great. Danielle says, this is like the coding version of people who dress up as Civil War soldiers and do battles. Yeah, it's like a reenactment. It's a reenactment of 2009. Yeah, John Doe is using Firefox is cheating. Only IE. I'm gonna only do it in IE. Yeah, because like I said, this is version 52. It supports so much stuff. It's only fair that I use Internet Explorer. Good call. Greg caught that I needed the TD. Hexception is saying, I'm glad we don't use tables anymore. Me too, but you know what? Recently I was coding emails, and coding emails is kind of what inspired me to do this, because the support for things is just so bad, where you basically have to code everything with tables, you have to code everything with inline styles. There's so many quirks in older, like, Outlook 2007 clients and stuff like that. So that I had to code some emails recently, and that's what kind of inspired me to do this. I'm going to ignore this restart prompt. But with that, it's tables inside tables inside tables, because it's really the only thing you can consistently position and, like, add padding to across all clients. Yeah. Oh, good call. Greg is saying full width table. So the table will be 100%, and then center your table inside of a cell. So the cell itself will be have the margin 0 auto. Okay, that's a good plan. Andrew Lane is asking the right questions. Does IE8 support Flexbox? No, it does not. Flexbox, when was Flexbox introduced? I think Firefox 52 has had partial support for Flexbox. I don't know, but we definitely can't use Flexbox here. Okay, so if I set this width to 100% right there, does that work? It fills up the whole thing, great. But now I can make this row have a, I think maybe can I make the row have a width of 100? Not 100, 800. And give this a class of, so right now, just to be clear, we are styling this thing. We're gonna get this top header bar going. So let's call it header bar. And then if we give header bar a width of 800, a margin of 0 auto. And then we don't need margin 0 auto on that anymore. And actually, yeah, we don't need to really style the table anymore because we only want that row to have that. So the header bar should be centered. It has a width of 800. Let's see what happens. That did not work. We might have to put the width on the cell instead of the row. Let's see. Nope. Let's define the width in the CSS. Hopefully that works. So if I say width is 800 pixels. Nope. Okay. IE8 actually does have developer tools. So we can do a little bit of inspecting. Got our HTML, our body, our table. It doesn't highlight the elements. Let's see. Header bar. The width isn't applying. The width. The table has a width of 100%. This could be a stream where literally nothing happens. Because I really don't know what I'm doing. Okay. If we get rid of this width here, let's see what happens. Okay. That works there. It shouldn't though, because we want this to be 100% and then this to only be 800 pixels. Let's see if we can, if we just style it in the CSS. So we'll say that class has a width of 100%. Nope. Okay, let's see if anybody Oh. And I'm getting all kinds of suggestions. Let's catch up. Full width table, send your table. So that's what Greg was suggesting. What's up, Pijo? Welcome to the stream. Does it have a fancy gradient? It might. We're not going to implement it though. I mean, we might have to use an image for it. I don't think you can do CSS gradients. Andrew Lane says, I'm too young for this. Pijo says, I have no idea what's going on, but it looks like college. Yeah, we are recreating Tom's MySpace page from 2009 on Windows XP using Dreamweaver. Greg is saying we need to nest a table, so we could do the parent table has 100%, and then you have a table inside of it that has 800. We might do that. Oh, Ronald is saying, can you use the center tag? Yes, you can. I actually use that in email. Let's see if that works. So what we could actually do is we won't have to do margin 0 auto. So the main table has a width of 800 pixels. But then in the HTML, we can use this fancy center tag. Which should center it, and it'll be 800 pixels wide. Here we go. Yeah! I use this like crazy in emails because a lot of email clients support it. Cool. That was great. I like this approach. It seems like less code rather than having like a nested table. We're going to nest a table eventually, but not right now. Okay. Let's get the right blue color. I'll use the Firefox Dev Tools just because it's a little bit easier. Yeah. Notice this BG color attribute on the table cell. I think we can do it with CSS though. So, oh, we already are. So if I do that, nice. Okay. We don't really want anything inside of it. Let's call this top header bar, because then I'm gonna create another row right below it for this, and then another row for that. And I think, I don't know if I can specify a height here. Let's just try it. If not, I think I can set padding. So if we set this to 100 pixels high, let's see what happens. Oh, there it is. Cool. That's about right. Now let's make this next row like the search bar. So for that, I definitely want another row. Just to be consistent with my naming, let's call this header top bar. And we're going to call this header search bar. Header top bar, and then header search bar. And the header search bar, we'll say, is 20 pixels high. And what's all in here? We are going to have to create like an input. Let's get this image. Let's use this. Grab the image. Inspect element. Ooh, it's an anchor tag with a background image set to it. I'm actually going to download these images locally, just so I'm not linking to the web archive. Nice. Okay, so we're going to save this. We're going to go to Documents, Websites, Tom's MySpace. Let's create a new folder called Images. We're going to put it in there. Okay, so inside of the header search bar, for now, let's just throw an image. Images / mslogo.png. See what we get. Okay. What did I do wrong? The entire table disappeared. Oh, here that's why. Header top bar, header top bar, and header search bar. Hey, cool. We have some borders on the table. We definitely need to get rid of those. I'm going to Google that. Here's what I'm gonna do though. This is gonna be fun. Table HTML table, no border. But we're gonna limit ourselves. We're gonna go into tools, and we're only gonna get results from the year 2009. How do you hide a cell border? Border collapse, and that should get rid of all the borders. Wait, that won't work. No, I don't want to restart right now. Something like this should work. No borders. What does the no borders class have? Border 0. Yeah, that's what I want. So all cells should have no border. We'll do that here. Well, that didn't work. Maybe we have to specify it on the table too. Let's see. I just want to use the element inspector in Firefox to see what's happening here. Looks like it's a border on the table row. Nope. Let's find another resource. How do you remove table borders? Oh, look at this. W3 Schools was still going strong in 2009. Wait, what? There's an attribute called rules. Display only the borders between the rows. So the rules equals rows. Can we say rules equals none? No lines. Huh. If that works, that's crazy. That goes on the table element? That's not working. Can't get rid of table borders. This should be easy. Oh, is it a border or is it, you know what? It's probably padding between the cells and it's showing the background color. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, because if I change the background color to like black. Yeah. So it's the spacing, it's not the actual borders. So the borders are gone. We took care of that. Okay. But we don't want any spacing between the rows. So on the table attribute, I can say cell spacing 0 and cell padding 0. Nice. Cool. All right, so we got ourselves a little image. Let's give it some padding. So we'll give it a class of MS logo. And then our MS logo will have some padding. I don't know, 10 pixels. Actually, we can get rid of the height of the search bar because it'll just take up the space. Oh, I don't think I can add padding to the image directly, at least in IE8. I think I have to add padding to the individual cell. Okay, so let's do header search bar logo. And give it some padding of 10 pixels. Nice. A little bit more. 15, no, not 50, 15 pixels. Okay. All right, let's catch up on the chat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone was yelling at me that I should be using like cell spacing and cell padding. Trent is saying one of the TR tags is indented right and it's driving me nuts. Let's check it out. That's the one. Sebastian says, OMG, what are you doing? We are recreating Tom's MySpace page on Windows XP using Dreamweaver. And it's not going that well so far. Sebastian Perez is saying, close the tag. Image tags are self-closing tags. Yeah, Danielle's saying you should be coding this whole thing in Windows Notepad. I thought about it. It's gonna be a lot of code, and I want syntax highlighting. I want like editor help. I thought about it though. Yeah, Greg's got it. Greg, I'm sure you coded so many tables in your day. Cell padding and cell spacing all to 0. Yeah, that's what I had to do. Because there was space between the rows, and we wanted to get rid of that. Awesome. Since I'm in 2009, Eddie says I should use this opportunity to warn Tom about Facebook. I think like MySpace became more of like a music thing. I don't know. Sebastian says they used Dreamweaver, got a job, but then couldn't make a table without Dreamweaver, so they got fired. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. I don't know if this has it. I considered using Microsoft Front Page, because I used that back in the day too. But that actually... Oh, no, you know what? I think Dreamweaver does have, like, yeah, visual mode. You can, like, drag and drop elements in here. Yeah. And you don't really need to know how to code. You can kind of just drag things around and it'll work. Yeah, Greg is saying, sad, I remembered all this nonsense. This was the web for a very long time. Cool. All right. We have made it this far. Now let's get ourselves a... we'll create another column over here to put the input box. How are we going to get these rounded corners? I have no idea, but we're going to try. I'm curious if I can set a background color on a table row instead of a cell. Let me see. Yeah, this is just like header top, header middle, header. Okay. I really got to work on my CSS naming. So I renamed this to header top. I created something called header middle. I'm going to see if I can set the background color on it. This may not work. Oh no, it works. Cool. And the main reason I wanted to do that is so that way I can create another cell here. Is there a placeholder? Did that exist? What is the placeholder? There is no placeholder. Okay. There's like, I'm not going to recreate this weird stuff inside the input. That just seems too difficult. Yeah, it's like a custom drop down. I'm not going to do that. But we can do the input. We can do the button. Search. The capital S. See what we got. Whoa now. I think I need to do the same thing with the top row, set its background color. Because now that created 2 columns and the top column doesn't have a background. Okay. Yeah, so if we just change that to header top. No? So they both have 2 columns. Header top is the row. Give it a background color. There we go. Okay. So we have that search input. We definitely need this powered by Google image. No, thank you. Oh. Where are we here? Nice. Okay. And then we're gonna add that nice little image. Images powered by Google. Nice. Okay. Sweet. I think we could probably just do like a float right, and then it'll push it to the right hand side. Header search bar input. Float right. Well, that didn't work. Did floats exist? They probably did. I could just put some padding on it. I could also insert like an empty column here. Whew, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I think I'll just put some padding on it, because if I left pad it, it'll push it over. So we'll do padding left. I don't know, 200 pixels? Let's see what happens. I should probably just float this right? Right? Oh no, the elements inside of it need to be float right? I don't know. It's fixed width anyways. We're gonna keep going. 400. It's too much. 370 pixels. Too little. 350. Decent. Okay. Should we even try to style this button? I don't know if I can do that. I'm gonna keep moving because we've only made it to the header. All right, let's create this links menu here. I'm actually very curious how they got this gradient in here. Let's inspect it. It's super interesting. All of their TDs have a BG color that sets it to be the background color. I guess I could do that. Okay, that's there. Search control header. Really curious where this gradient is coming from. Is it just a darker color? Oh, they have a, look at this, they have a background URL. And then it's just repeated. And that's what gives it the gradient. All right, I'm just gonna copy that. Um, well, let's download the image. Or is it? No, that's like white. Oh, look at that. That is literally what adds the gradient. If I get rid of it, wait, no, it's still there. Oh, is it this? Yeah, this is it. Background, they set it to be a color, and then they have this thing repeated over and over. That's what it is. Okay. So I want to apply that background to header. No, to header middle. Let's see if I can even do that. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's a good call, Danielle. Text align right. Prop that might actually work. Let's comment that. Comment. Is there a shortcut for commenting? Oh well. Yeah, that works. Cool. Text align right pushes it all the way to the right. Then we'll just add some padding right to bring it in a little bit. Cool. And we got that nice gradient. That's awesome. Okay, now let's make this link bar here. So we need another row. We'll give it a class of header links. And then, yeah, I think the weird thing that's happening here is if I create more columns than already exist in this table, then the background color doesn't work quite right. So I think I am going to do a nested table in here. I may have to change the way I did the things above, but we'll see. Okay, so we need a column. Let's create that like empty column. Then I think we're going to create a table. I think it makes sense to create a table with multiple cells, and that's going to be all of the links here. Table? No. Okay. Table. Table body. Table row. Now we create our column. So we're gonna have a column, and it will say home. See what we get. Okay. We need this to have the same background color. Cool. It looks, I think this has maybe like the reverse gradient or something like that. I don't know, we'll make it work. And these probably should be anchor tags because they link places. So let's do that. Href. Cool. And then let's style these. So header links, anchor tags have a color of white. Cool. And then we need to get rid of all that, all the text decoration. Text decoration, none. That gets rid of that. Let's see what font they're using. Cool. I'm just gonna set this font on the entire body. Nice. Okay. The text size is a little bit smaller for these links, so let's update that. We'll say font size, I don't know, 10 pixels? Too small. 13 pixels? Just right, but let's make it 12. Okay, that's a good size. Let's give it some padding. 5 pixels? A little more. 8 pixels. Cool. Do want to... I want the links bar to be a little bit taller, so let's give it a height. Does that not work? Why don't we give it padding? Too much. That's also too much. Yeah, that works. And then we'll create our individual links like that. I guess there's probably a border right on here. What color is it though? See, is there a border? Oh, this rail class probably has a a background color. This is like my break timer. Every time it tells me to restart, I'm gonna check up on the chat and take a quick break. Cool. Hexception, just gotta say this. I love you, modern web. I do too. Like, the web is a very easy place nowadays. Sebastian is saying you will need background images. Yeah, ultimately, that's what allowed us to do that gradient. Yeah, Jay says Angular or React. Neither. Though, actually, when was Angular introduced? I don't know. Might have been back then. Yeah, Captain Redbeard. So much time wasted on MySpace and Yahoo chat rooms. Yes, yes. I actually created a Hotmail account today because back then that's what everybody had. I got code like it's 2009 at hotmail.com. But yes, I used to use Yahoo Chat. If you remember Yahoo Games, you could play games with random people on the internet, like pool and stuff like that. Yeah. um. Oh, Sebastian is saying I could say column span equals 2, so that way it always defaults to 2 columns. I'll probably do that. Um, Danielle is saying, can you implement a never-ending cascade of pop-up windows? Probably. I don't know if I could do that with JavaScript. I could do it with JavaScript, yeah. Well, they wouldn't be pop-ups. They would just be alerts. CJ Gent is asking, when did background linear gradient come in? I think that was CSS3. Yeah. Eddie is asking, were you already making websites back in 2009? I was dabbling. I was not like an actual web developer, but I knew basic HTML. I created custom MySpace style sheets and stuff like that. So I'll say I dabbled. Habit Works says, this is madness. It is. Okay, so I'll definitely do column spans. Danielle is saying, "Isn't it amazing anything got made back in the day?" It is, and just to show like some of the things they were doing in the source code. Like if we look at the source of this page, what you will see are things like this conditional comments. So if the browser is less than IE7, load this style sheet in because it needs to look a little bit different. I saw this earlier. Expression inside of your CSS. Width expression, this dot width is greater than 260, then 260, otherwise true. What? I looked this up. It was actually like JavaScript expressions inside of your CSS. I think only IE6 supported this. It was super weird. Yeah, so you had to do stuff like that. Let's see, yeah, there's all these little if IE things sprinkled in. I had to do this like crazy when I was coding for emails. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Sebastian is saying, then came Flash. This was about probably like the heyday of Flash, I think. Oh no. When did the iPhone came out? I think the iPhone came out like around this time, and that's when Flash started to go away because Flash couldn't load on, or they didn't want it to load on iPhones. Yeah. Oh, Sebastian called it. It's Verdania, the font. Okay, let's keep coding. What was I doing? Oh yeah, let's just look at this to see. It looks like there's like a slight gradient on that. It's a background color. Oh wow. There's a spacer GIF. And then just like the rail. I think the rail is what makes the lines in between the buttons. Okay. Ooh, and that's like a slightly different background color. Let's see if I can do this though. Can I say they have a border right, 1 pixel solid, that color. That seems to work. However, it doesn't extend on the whole thing. And I think that's because of my padding. Yeah, but then there's padding on the table, so that's not going to go away. I see why they created that spacer rail. So they literally have just a column that is just that one line. I guess we'll do that. um... Do I create... Let's see. Yeah, I guess the only thing about that is the table has padding. So I don't know. Let's give this a class of rail. See if we can do something with it. I don't know, give it some padding and a background color of that color. Let's just see what that gives us. Okay, so it does that. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of the spacing on my, or the padding, so that way it'll go full width like that. Still a little bit of padding. If we give this 12. Oh, it's not pushing the bottom though. Okay. And if we make this like 2 pixels, that's too much. 1 pixel. That's about right. But where is that spacing coming from? I'm gonna inspect it in Firefox. So there's our row. And then the table. That didn't do anything. What about in this? Yeah, I think I just need to get rid of the default padding on everything. So tables, table rows, and table columns. Also, by default, have no padding. And no margin, if there was any. See if that does anything for us. It doesn't. I'm just going to leave it. Let's make the header links have a padding bottom. I just want it to extend a little bit past. Eight pixels? Is that even doing anything? 100 pixels. That's not doing anything. What is header links? Oh, header links is the entire row. So I actually want to, I want to put padding on this TD so that it extends down a little bit. Header link cell? I don't know. I need to learn CSS BIM or something like that. I need to really work on my CSS naming. There we go. I just wanted to extend down a little bit like that. And then our little spacer GIF is kind of ugly. Oh well, I'm okay with it. Let's just repeat this over and over to get us some more links. Hey! All right, home, browse people. What else? Find friends. What else? Forums. Music, video. More. Tom. Well, all right. That's kind of lame. Don't know how I'm gonna fix that. I could also, let's decrease the font size like slightly. Cool. We definitely want all of the TDs to be text align center. Yeah, so let's do this. Header links cell. Or we just do this. Header links. TD has a text align of center. Should at least do that. And I guess I want their width to be like automatic. How does that work? Can I specify a min width? I don't know. Alka's saying probably white space. There goes that restart dialogue. Okay. JT, hello JT, it's been a while. It says, haven't seen Dreamweaver in ages. Okay. Should I care about this? Let's see how it renders in Firefox. Yeah, same thing happens. Let's see what I can do. I mean, I think it's the fact that the TDs all... Do they all have the same width? No, some of the TDs are a little bit bigger than others. Let's see. HTML table TD auto width. CSS table column auto width. TD last white space no wrap. I guess, do they have a... Yeah, so they put a last class on the TD. Let's try it. When is this answer from? This answer is from 2012. We're a little bit in the future, but that's okay. And then we'll just add one more little TD here. Give it a class of last. Well, that did nothing. What were they even doing? A flexible class-based solution. Add a more flexible solution by creating a fit with class and applying that to any columns you want to ensure their contents are fit on one line. Oh, okay. Then I don't need that last thing. Can't I just say white space no wrap? I can get rid of that. Hey! That was too hard. That was way too hard. Yeah, Mihai just said, is there a word wrap in CSS that you can use? Apparently, it is white space, no wrap. Cool. All right, we're getting there. And then now we need two more. We need like an empty one and then the login and sign up buttons. Okay. So there's our empty one, login, sign up. My padding went away on my items. That's too much. Yeah, what happened? The text is like butting up against the rail. Hmm. Padding right. Padding left. It's a little bit better. It's not pixel perfect, and I don't think it's gonna be. I'm actually just getting frustrated now. This is way too difficult. Just get some tables to render. Okay. I need one one column to take up all of this empty space. How do I do that? HTML table call td fill empty space. How do I get the rightmost column to fill the remaining space? Extend the last cell to the remaining space. Column fill? Oh, that's a... Is it CSS3? Yeah, it's CSS3. We don't have that. Expand empty space in table cell. Wait, what? I want to make an HTML table row clickable using an HTML link. That's not what I want to do. Oh, okay. So I guess if we give it a width of 100%, it'll try to fill it up. Let's see. We can get rid of this TD. And then this one, we just need to give a class. Like that. Well, that didn't work. I mean, it is empty. But I guess it's taking up the same size as some of the other cells. And technically we do need this little rail thing right before the login. What is happening? There's like just some weird white space. Go away, please. Okay, here we go. That was way too difficult. Okay, so that we have a nice little empty space there. I guess technically we could create a cell and then say text align right. I'm really curious why. Oh, when did that happen? Oh, because this is the TD. And it's taking it up. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So this is one column. And that's why it's not going all the way in, because there's this entire empty cell here. I guess technically we can just throw... Yeah, we can just do that. We can just take the two things here and put them in the next column of the parent table. Put them here. Oh, but we need an entire table. Okay, let's do it. Table body, table row, and then we'll add our columns in. Let's just see what this does. Cool. Cool. And then now we just want to make this column text align right, so it pushes everything to the right. Login, sign up. And this will have a text align. Oh, right. That did not do it. Let's see. Do I have to give it like a width of 100%? Okay, so that's our title. Oh, it's getting overridden. That's why. We need a more specific selector. Whew. Okay, that's good enough for now. Let's get on to the content. I think if I have time, I'll come back and we'll try to like add like the hover effects and stuff like that. That was way too difficult. Okay, so now we're on to the next row. And I think we're just gonna do a nested table here. I think this is where this actually should just be a one column layout, and then each column has nested tables inside of it, because otherwise we're gonna get some really weird alignment issues. So yeah, what happens if I remove these? Will header top still have? Nope, it needs some content. So we're gonna make everything only have one column. So we're just gonna have to create a nested table then. Because now this is gonna go inside of a nested table. No, thank you. So you have your table cell, and then you have a table inside of it. T body. Table row. And then we can put our cells inside of it. Probably gonna have to restyle everything, but we'll see. Okay, so now we have a table row. So really these two rows, these two TDs need to go inside of a table. And I mean, if I remove those, yeah, that goes back to that. I'll have to adjust the styles there. But now I need another nested table. Oh, no, sorry, this needs to be the TD, because this is going to be the table cell. And then inside of it, we'll have a table. And this will have a table body. This will have a table row. And then all of the stuff we had are gonna go there. Not gonna worry about formatting. Great. Now I just need to restyle things, but I think this is the only way it's gonna work, because now everything else. Actually, I could have just created a separate table. Maybe I'll do that. I'm gonna catch up on the chat. Take a sip of my LaCroix. Alka's saying column span would do the job. Would it though? It would that would default to 2 columns. I don't want 2 columns. Let's see. Okay, we're just gonna Command Z all the way back to where we were. Do 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 do. Okay, I think this is where we were. Well, or is it? That's where we were. What people are saying is if I create, or if I say column span equals 2. Does that mean everything will span across 2 columns even if you have multiple? Like, if I create another one here. Oh, interesting. Because before that would have messed it up, right? Like if I have yeah, if I get rid of this and I add another column here. No, that doesn't do anything. But if I add another column here. What's happening? Am I not saving? I don't know, but I'm gonna move on, and I'm just gonna use a separate table. They're gonna be totally separate tables. Yeah, they don't have to. Yeah, done. Okay, so that's our header. It's this giant table. I want another table below it, but it's gonna have all of our content inside of it. So there's our table. We need the table body. We need the table row. And we need a table cell. So this is definitely a 2-column layout. So this is going to be like our left column and our right column. Where do things line up, though? That's kind of what we want to see, because it might actually just be 2 giant columns side by side with content that just goes down from there. And then there's tables inside of those tables. I think that's what it is. So, and this has like, we'll call this main, we'll call this content left. And content right. And that's going to be 1 column, that's going to be 1 column, and it's going to have tables inside of it to do all of the stuff that it's doing. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Now, this table needs a background of white. So let's do this. We'll call this content table. Let's just add some stuff in here. So I know for sure we're gonna have nested tables in here. So we'll create. I need to create a little snippet. A body. Table row. Table cell. I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm just gonna put that like in Notepad++ so I can use it anytime I need a new table. There we go. Okay, and in this table cell, we're gonna put his name. I guess we'll do a 2-column. So this is our first table. It's gonna be a 2-column layout. The left-hand side is gonna be this. The right-hand side is gonna be that, and then this is gonna be a totally separate table. Okay, so can we do like an H3? It says Tom. And then like an H4 that says Tom Anderson. Let's see what we get. Great. Well, not that. We want to look at it here. That's cool. I forgot to set the background color. So content table has a width. No, a width. Sorry. Background color of white. Nice. Can we do like a min height 800 pixels? Well, that doesn't work. We could. I think if you specify the height on a table, it will extend past it. Oh, that's not good. Oh well, we're gonna fill it up with a bunch of content anyways. Let's just go back. Okay. So that's cool. It looks like there's like some consistent padding along the left. So I think that's actually gonna be padding of the parent TD. So like content left. So let's say content left has padding left of like 10 pixels. That should push it in a little bit. There we go. We want more. Let's say 15 pixels. Oops. 15 pixels. Cool. Same thing. Actually, can we do padding all around? 15 pixels all around. Cool. I'm okay with that. I think we need to go a few header sizes down. So like make that an H4 and that an H5. Yeah, it's decent. Whew. Okay. Andrew Lane is saying, does it support float right? It does. I don't know how to use it though. Andrew Lane says use a grid. I technically am. I'm using a grid of tables, right? Oh, Alka saying column span goes on the TD. Oh, I see. One column can span two columns. That makes sense. That makes sense. I see, I see. Andrew Lane is saying, what about using divs inside tables? I think technically we can, but to get this layout, I don't know. I guess you could do like percentage widths. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on using tables now. Ashok is saying, I have learned JavaScript from your playlists. Very informative. Can you make videos on Python as well? I've actually only done a little bit of Python. I did Python at my last job. I've thought about it. It would be potentially doing like backend with like Python Flask. Not anytime soon, but maybe eventually. TJ Hooper says, CJ, why would you do this to yourself? I don't know. I will say that I had a ton of fun setting up this virtual machine and like installing updates. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I think I need to get rid of the padding on the H4s and the H5s because you saw how they were separated a little bit. What's happening? Okay, so our headers should have less spacing on them. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, and now the next row. Yeah, the next row is gonna have two columns on it. So that's one row, and this is where it would come into play. I would say column span equals 2, and so now this one column spans the 2 columns. So that way, below it, when I have a row with 2 columns, it will take up the same amount of space. So this left column is going to have Tom's image on it. Let's save it. Documents, websites, Tom's MySpace, images. Okay, and then let's put a nice little image inside of here. That's the one. See what we get. Nice! That just looks decent already. Let's just copy this text. And that's going to go in the column on the right here. I guess we could put this in a p tag. We might need multiple p tags. Yeah. Okay. So that goes in a p tag. Wait, is each one of those going to be in a p tag? Let's see how they did this. Let's see. This. Oh no, they're using breaks. I can do that. That's easy enough. Okay. Okay, so that break. And then they break in between each thing. Cool. Then we'll create like just like a text class, like they had, to bring the font size down. Okay. Pixels. It's a little too small. I think we'll go like 12. I think that works. We need some more spacing here. So, there's like a space in between the smiley and the content. Cool. Let's give this a little bit of padding. Call this bio. We're gonna add left and right padding. Yeah. 10 pixels. Padding right 10 pixels. Is that enough? We'll go 15. Cool. It looks like maybe the padding right is a little bit more, so because it like squishes it in. Padding. Okay. I want the content left to only take up 50%. That's not going to do anything. Oh well, we'll see. Okay. Let's just add this one row below it. Yeah, okay, one more row. We need a cell. We'll put it in a p tag. And then a good old break. We need to give it a class of text. Cool. Is there a bold tag? No, there's a strong tag. Does that work? Yeah. And then those two things just need to be links. Okay. href, just go nowhere. Cool. Looks like every link on the page doesn't have an underline, so I think we can change that style everywhere. Because we have TDA, text decoration none. We can just do that on all anchor tags. Cool. Danielle's saying make it an unordered list. Alka is saying looks like the colon is also bold. Good call. Let's see. Yes, it is. Let's move the colon in. Oh, not that. Cool. Yeah. Do you want to view only web page content that was delivered securely? Wait, what? Okay. We're making progress. Let's just get started on the right side. We'll create this little box thingy. Actually, I might try creating a div with like a border on it because I've really just been using tables, but maybe we can use divs. Okay, so we have content right. We're gonna definitely need. We want at least. We need a nested table. We do though because I don't want that just hanging out in the cell, or do I? Because this would just be, this is the cell. Yeah, I could create a div and then, yeah, let's just put it directly in here. Let's see. What are we going to call this? Tom, Happy New Year to you and yours. Let's just call it banner, I guess. Like banner message. Put that text in there, and then we'll try to style it. Looks like it's automatically aligning center, which is very weird to me. Anyways, like vertically aligning center. Okay, so let's try to style this thing. We gave it a class of banner message. So we'll give it a border, 2 pixels solid black. Seems to work. We'll give it some padding, like 40 pixels. Okay, it's a little much. We'll go like 30 pixels. All right, and now content right also needs to have the same padding and width. So that's the entire right column. Restart later. Cool. We'll give it a bold font. And I think we'll decrease the size just a little bit. Font weight bold. Font size 16 pixels. It's too much. 12 pixels. 14 pixels. I don't like that it's wrapping. Actually, you know what? I think the right column is actually a little wider than the left column. So if this column was pushed over a little bit, this would have a little more room. I don't even know if these percentage widths are working, but let's say this is 40% and this is 60%. Yeah! Cool. That did it. It kind of messed up the styling here. Let's do this. We'll say 45 and 55. Cool. Now, this is in the center here. I think we can use the V align or vertical align on, I think it's on the table. Let's see, V align top. Yeah, cool. We probably want to do the same thing on content left. All right, making it happen. Then there's just some text. I think we can probably do this. I mean, yeah, this is just going to be like p tags. P tag. P tag. Class equals text. Here we go. And then we need our closing piece. Okay, closing P there, P there, 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 and there. Decent. Now we just got to add the links and stuff. Where's the, yes, the link is the stuff on the right, inside the inside. Okay. Like this. One there, one there, there, and there. And then we need our closing A. There, 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 and there. Okay, what do we got? That looks like a thing. It looks like their anchor tags are a slightly different color, though. Let's get whatever color they're using. Can we inspect? Oh, and the hover is red. It's good to know. Yeah. So our anchor color is that. Cool. And is it the active class? Oh no, don't go to that. Okay, let's catch up on the chat. Danielle says, I imagine Tom is sitting on a private beach somewhere, drinking a margarita and laughing about tables. Probably. Hello, Alex. Alex says, what's up? Thanks for sharing. You inspire me to do my project. God bless you from the Dominican Republic. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Palindrome is asking if I'm going to use a clear fix. I don't think so. Maybe I'll need to at some point. Yeah, Jim is saying this really makes you appreciate modern editors. Multi-cursors, dark mode, flexible fixed width fonts. I don't know if is there a multi-cursor in Dreamweaver? No. Yeah, also I have the font size bumped way up just so it's easier to see on the screen. But yeah. Okay. It also looks like links are bold. Yep. That looks a lot more like it. Okay. This top one needs to be bolded though. Tom's last blog entry. So we're gonna add a strong tag. Cool. All right, next up, the contact box. Yeah, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. It's taken me 2 hours just to build this. Ugh. Okay. I think I'm going to just code up to here. I mean, it would be fun to code the friends box. I don't know. Maybe we revisit this next Thursday. But let's create the contacting Tom box. Okay, this definitely needs to be a table. So let's grab our handy dandy table snippet. And this is going to be in a row below this. And so this is a row. We're just going to add another row right here. And then we need a TD. And then inside that TD goes our table, which we're going to style nicely. To look like this table. Let's grab that blue color. Okay. So our top row, we'll give this a class of contact header. And inside of it, it should say contacting Tom. So, not that. On the contact header, give it a background color of that, font color of white. Let's see what we get. Cool. I think we want to give it a width of 100%. We might need to do that on the table. Yeah, we'll need to do that on the table. Or on the TD that surrounds the table. Cool. I broke the column above it. Yeah. So Oh, I need to give it. I can give it a column span though. That's where this can come into play. So if I say column span is 2, this is now going to take up 2 columns, and it shouldn't affect the one above it, or not. I'm getting lost in what column we're in. Okay. Oh, you know what? I might not have gone out far enough. Let's see. Okay, this is our table. I'm gonna get rid of that row. So we have this row, which is the top row. We then have this row, which is the image and the bio. Restart later. And then where does that row end? That row ends here, which is where I created another row. The column span needs to go on this one. There we go. Alka is saying later versions of Dreamweaver do have multi-cursor. Yeah, I use that like crazy in Atom and VS Code and Sublime Text and all that. Cool. So that did it, and it was because I did column span on this one, but not the parent one. Cool. All right, so the header needs a little bit of padding. 10 pixels. That's probably too much. We'll do like 5 pixels. And we want to decrease that font size a little bit. But now, 10 pixel padding. Okay, that's decent. I think I'm gonna add a couple of break statements below the previous thing just to give it some space. So like, there's that p tag, and then I'll. Oh, not that. Break. 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 Too many. Just one. Wait, one gives it that much space? What? Wow, that's so much. What if I just do like an empty p tag? That's good enough. Okay, now inside of the table we have 2 columns with all these wonderful things inside of it. Okay, let's just download all of these images. Save picture as mail1. Save picture as friend1. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Cool. So yeah, I should probably do this as 2 columns and then a row for each item. Okay. I need to give the table itself a border. So let's do this. Let's give this a class. Contact table. And this is going to have a border 2 pixels, solid, that color. Well, that's not right. Yeah, that creates the border on the edge, but then I don't want to have padding because then that pushes it away from the border. So if I do that, oh, where's that padding coming from? Right, I'm not going to worry about that for right now. Okay, let's just get this going. So we'll need another row inside this table. So the first row is the header, and then we're going to have another row after that with 2 columns. And then the left-hand side is going to have an image, and it says send message. This is going to be mail 1. We'll have an anchor tag. Send message. See what we get. Wait, why is send message there twice? Oh, the entire image. Oh, nice. The entire image has the text inside of it. Okay. So we need to just make the image an anchor tag. That makes my life a whole lot easier, actually. Cool. But now it's outlined. What can we do? I think that border is coming from the image itself. Let's see. Oh, it's not in Firefox, but it is in here. Let's just see what they did to get rid of that. Border 0 on the image. Okay, that was my guess. I think we can just do that for all images. That would be okay. Cool. All right, let's keep going. So we have send message, we have forward to friend. I don't know which image that is. We'll figure it out. So very similar. Forward. Cool. Works for me. And then we just need a couple more rows like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Let's change the images. So this one is add to friends. This one is add to favorites. This one is im/call. IM Skype? What? This one is block user. This one is add to group. Oh, I missed one. That goes there. That goes there. Then this one is add to group. And the last one is rank user. All right, what do we got? Nice. Okay, now we just need to get that border on the table. How am I gonna do it? I don't know. Okay. If we put that border back, see what happens. Yes, but now there's some spacing here, and I thought it was the padding on the header text, but that shouldn't. Let's look at it in Firefox and see if we can, if it has the same issue. Yeah, it does. Okay, let's figure this out. Okay, so that has the border. Oh, the table body has some padding on it. Hmm. Does that have anything to do with the cell spacing? Did I change that somewhere? Cell spacing. I think that's it. The only thing is I have to add that to every single table. I mean, I at least can just add it to this table. The contact table. There we go. That's a contact table. Cool. Let's reduce the padding a little bit on the header. Let's go to like 7 pixels. Cool. We're doing it. We're making it happen. All right. Now we just need this little box thingy. There's my break timer. Avi12 is saying, wow, I'm impressed. I could actually enter the stream while it's live. For reference, it's 6 a.m. here. Hello, Avi. Sorry, I haven't been streaming in a time that you can watch. You're in, is it Egypt, right? But yeah, hopefully this weekend I'll do some early morning streams my time, which is more accessible. Avi12 is saying, if you had to recreate MySpace today using a framework, how much time would it take? I don't know. I feel like I might be making this a little harder than it actually is. Like, we don't necessarily have to use tables for everything. I could have used maybe some divs with like percentage widths and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Avi is saying, it's funny, CJ has to switch to Firefox to properly inspect elements. Yeah, I mean, if you weren't watching earlier, IE8 actually does have developer tools, but you can't really, like, the elements aren't highlighted. You can kind of, like, dial down like this. Yeah, content table, content left. Is this the contact? Yeah, this is the contact table. Ooh. Yeah, the developer tools in IE8 were not that great. Okay, let's add this little box thingy down here. So here's what we're gonna do. So we'll do another table row below it. Oh goodness, is this the right one? That's the right one. Okay. Okay, so this is a row. We can have a TD. And we'll say column span is 2, because we want it to take up both. And then we'll throw in a nice little div that says this. Do a break there. MySpace URL is bolded. And then this is just an anchor tag. And actually, I'll link it to this web archive page. Cool. We need to add some spacing here, so let's just do some break tags. There's one. That's enough. We need to decrease the font size and put a little box around it. So let's give this a class of URL link. It's gonna have a border, but let's just say this is like 1 pixel solid. It'll have some padding, and the font size will be 12 pixels. Cool. I'm okay with that. It's a little too much padding though. Actually, there is like no padding. We'll do like 1 pixel of padding. 2 pixels of padding. Cool. All right. On to this last part, which is really, I mean, these are just some paragraph tags. And then I'm probably going to go because this is way more difficult than I thought it was going to be. And you have all just been watching me code this super basic thing in, I don't know. But let's do it. This part here. So we could probably just make this a table. Because the fact that it has like a background color, that can be just like the header is over here. Cool, let's do it. So this goes in the, okay, we're on content right. Everything is inside of this TD. So we're gonna add a break tag. And then we're going to create a table. Yeah, and then this table, does it have any borders or anything? No. Okay, so the table header here, what is this thing? Blurb. Call this blurb header. Tom's blurbs. And let's style it. Let's grab that background color. There it is. And then the font color. Orange text 15. It's a 9-point, and that's the color. It's super interesting that they're using this shorthand for colors. So this table needs to have a width of 100%. Let's see what happens. That's not bad for the first try. Okay. We'll decrease the font size. That's way too small. 12. And then it does need a little bit of padding. Yeah, let's put this in a strong tag so it's emboldened. I guess technically we could do font weight, but cool. Then we need the text. And We'll just do that in another row. Basically, everywhere there's a new line, we need a break tag. About me is orangified. Create a class. Call it orange text. And then we need to do the same thing for who I'd like to meet. Okay, now I just need to create this orange text class. And it's probably a little bold. We'll do font weight bold. Well, that did nothing. Dot orange text. Did I save my HTML? Does this not apply classes on spans? Am I doing something weird here? That's super weird. Let's see how it looks in Firefox. No, okay, I'm just doing something dumb. Let's figure it out. Span, class, oh, I spelled orange wrong. There we go. Cool. All right, let's decrease that font size. Let's give this TD a class name, and then we'll change the font size of the whole thing. About. Cool. We need a couple more breaks in there, so there needs to be an extra break, like after each paragraph, basically. I'm Tom. I'm here to help you. Send me a message if you're confused by anything. Before asking me a question, please check the fact to see if your question has already been answered. All right, let's get that green color. That. It's literally the color green. Cool. Break timer. Yeah, everyone caught it. I spelled orange wrong. I'm thinking it's like browser quirks and I just spelled something wrong. We're just gonna do an inline style because that's how we're feeling right now. Color green. Nice. Looks like that whole section is like bold too. And then we need this to link somewhere. Cool. The also feel free part is in bold, and then we're done with this section. Who I'd like to meet, that needs to be on the next line. Cool. Looks like the font is a little bit smaller. I don't know. I'm okay with that. All right. We've done it up to here. I think next Thursday I'll code like the friends section in the comments and stuff like that, but I've been coding too long. I need to go. Oh, I totally forgot. We didn't add this mood image. Let's do that. Chipper. It should go right next to optimistic. Nice. All right, that's not bad. Our search, our header could definitely use some work. But overall, decent. Could I have done more or better in this amount of time? Probably. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay, let's actually deploy it to the web. So I already have this set up and synced with an FTP server, so I'm just going to sync all my files. Put newer files to remote. It needs to upload all those images and the CSS file. Go! Deploying to the web. Okay, we deployed. Now let's go to our deployed website. Nice! We're on the internet! I'll share that with everyone. That's not right. Actually, let me see what happens if I try to go to YouTube. Oh, one thing is... YouTube. I spelled YouTube wrong. YouTube. Oops, your browser is no longer supported. All right, what about Firefox? Okay. Here we go. Let's search for coding garden. This is really slow. Oh man. Firefox is not responding. Here we go. Yep, let's click it. Your browser does not currently recognize any of the video formats available. Well, oh, I can't send a message here because I'm not signed in. See you later, Rabbitworks. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. I need to get this link to you all somehow. I guess I'll just type it manually. It's not that long. tomsmyspace.x10host.com. There we go. Oh, wow, it looks pretty decent on Windows 10. It is not at all responsive. Someone should load it on a mobile device and see what happens. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This was super weird. I think one last thing is I do need to get... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart the machine so I can get the sound working, and I'm gonna play Pinball. Because I like Pinball. Close all tabs. Shut down. Cool. You'll notice my resolution is like huge to get this thing going. So sound is internal speakers. Can I do a quick test? Oh, I had Flux on this whole time. I don't think it was showing in the Windows desktop. Oh well, I think sound will just start working after a restart because it was working before. Here we go. Anyone guess my password? Wait, where's my mouse? One thing I do have to do though is activate this. Oh, there's the sound. The thing like deactivates itself after a restart. Okay. So here we go. Let's play some pinball. Go. Where'd it go? Okay. Oh no. No! This is a high score. Look at that. Nice! No! Ugh! Lost it. Okay, here we go. Nice. No! Dang it! Too close. High score! 306,000. Cool. Player name. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. That was super fun and weird and kind of useless, but it was a thing. So yeah. Hopefully next Thursday I'll continue this and we'll make more of the website. I will actually push this up to GitHub somehow. I'll get it there. But yeah, wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Until next time, here's this.